Well, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome once again to live football action right here at the Raymond E. Gishad Stadium in Rainbow City, Anguilla on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. It is the third day of April, and we're into the fourth week of our championship, the senior male championship. That's for the Anguilla Football Association, that is. And we are into our first match for this afternoon, which we will see the Ducks United playing in the green and white strips versus the Spartans FC in the purple and white. And this is where we're going to kickstart our afternoon with our matches for today as we wind out week 4. So our first match on tab, it's the Ducks United versus the Spartans United. The Ducks United at the moment at the forefront, at the front of the points standing after they would have played some 3 matches. They would have gained the maximum 9 points, and just ahead of the defending champions, the Roaring Lions, by a +2 goal difference advantage. And later this evening, we will see the Roaring Lions as well. They will be taking on the 9th place team, the Diamonds FC, in the later night cap. And so we want to say welcome once again. And as always, we are happy to have you tune in to us as we bring you the live games right here from our stadium here in Rainbow City, Anguilla. This evening, your commentator is Tony. Yes, Daddy Tones, right here on the microphones for you. And as we look out there, we can see the Spartans FC. They certainly, without their keeper in Darren and Carty, and it appears as though that coach Caden Bryan, he will be the one slotted in goal for this afternoon's match. And certainly he will have his work cut out for him, because the Ducks United, the second place runners-up in last year's competition, they are certainly prolific in terms of their goal-scoring prowess, and certainly show that the Spartans youngsters will have their work cut out for them here this afternoon. The Spartans is coached by this afternoon by Kamal Harden Hajj, the Ducks United coach. On their bench, it's the veteran Ben Davis. He is been in charge of this team for the past 2 years, and hoping to win a championship this year. That is his goal. So as the crowd just started trickling in, everyone is just taking their places. The referee this afternoon is referee Trevor Rouse. He's assisted by Mr. Fleming, and on the other end, Corwin Benjamin. Fourth official, Shalisha. And we're just waiting for preliminary checks to be completed. But the teams are out there. Toss has been taken, and here goes the final whistle. It's the Spartans with the pass to Marcus, almost playing his defender there in trouble. Momentarily cleared, but it's the Spartans. Returning back to the lineup is the talisman Jonathan Gishard there for the Ducks United. And he certainly will be looking to get on the score sheet this afternoon as well. But so far, it's the Spartans, cut out there by Jonathan Gishard. Here is Sylvanus, the number 5 player there. Back to McIntyre. And that one is going to run into touch. Getting his first game this afternoon is the veteran number 6 player, Ricky Young, one of the stalwarts for the Ducks United as well. He's getting a first run out here this afternoon. And taking the bench, so to speak, is the person of Ken Sam. He is the person who has been stationed on the substitute bench for this afternoon. The teams for this afternoon: the Spartans, they are fielding Tyreek Brooks, number 3, in goal, number 1, Caden Bryan, number 6, Thomas George, number 20, Kamoni Jackson, number 5, Tagrel Louisi, number 17, Jaheim Lynch, number 10, Javon Richards, number 8, Akimel Rogers, number 14, Devontae Rose, number 21, Javon J. Here's a shot and goal as I break momentarily, collected there by Darius, tosses out to Ricketts, who pushes the ball forward to the onrushing Sylvanus. He's quick. Just barely kept it into touch, but the defender running back covering nicely and being put into touch. As I round out the Spartans FC team for this afternoon: number 14, Devontae Rose, number 21, Javon J. Victory, and Miguel Walker, number 12. That's the Spartans FC lineup for today. The Ducks United sees number 10, Miguel Abraham, number 22, Andros Boyens, number 2, Ashton Dumas, number 12, Jonathan Gishard, number 8, Sylvanus James, number 1 in goal, Darius Lanton, number 7, Aki McIntyre, the captain, number 8, Stuart Murray, number 17, Tejania O'Donoghue, number 16, Jermaine Ricketts, number 6, Ricky Young, winding out the the Ducks United FC team for this afternoon. And as I was giving you that lined up there for the Ducks United, they have gotten themselves their first corner for this afternoon. It's going to be taken by the left-footed Jermaine Ricketts. Ball coming in and eluding the players, finds Sylvanus James. He turns and cross, and it was Bowens, Masimba Bowen there in the middle of goal. Had an easy chance there, but couldn't get the goal, the ball on target. That one sailing over the head of Brian, the goalkeeper, and the goal, and into touch for a goal kick there to the Spartans. So one can see a chance going a big in there, wide open in space and not being able to capitalize. Here is Miguel, controls, and it's an infringement. Well, it's referee Trevor Rose, judge infringement taken quickly by McIntyre. Here's Ricketts dribbling to his right, trying to find, it's that Donahue there. The ball is with Ricketts again. He's cutting on the inside, trying to find McIntyre. 1-2. Here's Ricky. He cuts inside, finds McIntyre. Looks up. McIntyre looks up, finds Abraham, the number 10 player, shifting further to his right and having a shot at goal, but no harm there to Brian in goal, and it's a goal kick. So on the attack already is the Ducks United, and with standing the pressure so far is the Spartans FC. See a ball being booted out by Thomas George, nicely controlled there by Abrams. He tries to find Rouse, who is challenged there. One there, squares across to Abraham. Miguel trying to cut back Walker, loses out. Probably should have gone for a one-time shot. Here's a nice pass by Ricketts to, and that's, wow. That certainly looks like contact there by the defender there. But referee Rose says no penalty. It was Sylvanus James bearing down on goal, trying to cut back to his right. The defender came across and cleared, and almost as if he appears to have cleared the man, but referee Rose says no penalty kick. Here is a ball intercepted by the Spartans FC, and throw in to the Spartans FC. That ball certainly came off of Miguel Walker, and linesman Fleming signal otherwise. Here's number 17. It's McIntyre. Finds Gishad, who is just returning back. Gishad's find Abrahams, who giving it away. And Miguel, certainly coming from an offside position, and being flagged for offside. So we are into the 7th minute of play. If you have just joined us, we want to say welcome. It's live action here at the Raymond Z. Gishad Stadium with our first match for this evening. It's the Spartans FC playing in the purple and white. They are challenging and taking on the league leaders, Docks United, in their traditional green and white. Nicely controlled there by Dumas, the number 22 player. Here is Jonathan Gishad. Cuts back and having a shot at goal, but pulling it wide, cutting back onto his right foot and pulling it back to the left, the right upright of Mr. Bryan, but just going wide for a goal kick. Goal kick taken quickly. Number 21 controls, but loses out. Here is Ricketts. Cuts back. Dribbles further to his right. Finds Abraham. He looks up, but a little too casual there and cut out there by the player there for the Spartans. Miguel Abraham's giving it away. The ball is with number 12, Jonathan Gishad. Jonathan Gishad, and this time, this is going to be a penalty. This time, Trevor, referee Rose must have said, not this time. And it's a penalty kick to the Docks United. It was a through pass there to Sylvanus James. He just pushed it to the right, to his right, and in an effort to get around the player, was upended right in the area, the 18 yards area. And it's a penalty there to the Docks United, and to be taken by the man who has fouled himself, the player, in James. Coolly taken, just placement, no power at all, and it was well taken there, and Bryan had no chance but to just watch the ball into the back of his net for goal number 1. Goal number 1 coming from the penalty box in the 10th minute of play from the boot of Sylvanus James, after he was upended in the box, certainly giving the Ducks a 1-0 to goal lead. So the Spartans, they will have to regroup and try to see how best they can organize themselves to stop the onslaught of this Docks United team. Here we see the big kick taken by Thomas George, but Dumas headed there to the Simba Boynes, passes back to Lanton in goal, who finds Ricketts to McIntyre, fakes, and through ball to Gishad, and nicely cut out there by number 17 in the person of Lynch. But here is Abraham, number 10, trying to go past Jackson. Jackson picks up, looks forward, cuts right, cuts back left, finds Rouse. Rouse looks up, looking for some help. He finds George. George goes long. Ricky partially cleared, but in help was Ricketts, who knocks back to Lanton. Here is McIntyre to Abraham. Abraham again chipping over to find the unrushing, speedy Sylvanus. He plays with it and just maybe doing just a little too much with it, and was able to get a cross in, but in doing so, the defender had enough time to regroup and set himself in position and cleared for another corner kick. It's the second one for the match so far for the Ducks United. They are 1 goal to the good. Goal coming in the 10th minute from the penalty spot. You see a player there warming up. Looks like Akimel. Here's a shot coming in and goal, but that one sailing way over the bar. No harm there to the Spartans goalkeeper. And at the moment, there is a kick taken. Miscontrol there is the number 21 player there for the Spartans, Javonje. And eventually put into touch for a throw into the Ducks United deep into their defensive half, taken quickly there by the number 22 player in Boyne. Passes to the Dumas, finds the number 10 player, Miguel. He finds Donahue over there. So they're just knocking it around. The Ducks United FC. Spartans are more on the defensive. Here is Rickett. Stone sharply tries to poke a pass, and it's clearance there. Here is Sylvanus again. Ducks coming, and but the goalkeeper coming, and Sylvanus seeing the goalkeeper coming, tried to put it inside, but only to find the boots of the defender there, the number 5 player in the person of the Luisi, Taguel Luisi, who puts it into touch for another corner kick, number 3 for the afternoon. Here is Sylvanus James with a corner kick, floated on the inside, heads going up. Cleared momentarily, nice save there by Brian. And here is that McIntyre who's playing volleyball with it. Again, some skill shown there by James. Here is Abraham, challenged by Walker. Ricketts, all the way back to Dumas, who finds Donahue. He turns, pushes further to his left, find Murray. Murray tries to dribble past the defender there, and ball put into touch for a throw-in there to the Spartans FC. So they are under tremendous pressure here this afternoon. Here is throw taken quickly. Stuart Murray not able to control, and the ball roll into touch for a goal kick for the Spartans FC. They're playing without their goalkeeper. I've not seen him. Not sure whether or not he is available this afternoon, but duties has been handed to Caden Bryan, who have seen one past him already, a penalty. Here is the Spartans FC. Ball played to Victory. Too slow is the number 5 player there. Here is Sylvanus dribbling and pushing further forward, but nicely blocked there. Nicely blocked there by the defender, running back and able to block it into touch for a corner kick again. We're into the 16th minute of play. Corner kick taken. Finds that Ricky. Heads to goal. Here is some dribbling going on in the box there. Not being able to get a shot off. Cleared and all the way back to Dumas. He looks up, pushes further to his right. Murray cuts back. Ball is with Donahue again. To Murray. Donahue dribbling down the left side, but it's met and challenged there by, that looks like Devontae Rouse. It's a throw in. So Murray finds McIntyre. McIntyre a drive forward. Ricketts trying to return the pass and not being able to do so, and the ball goes into touch. It's going to be a throw in there to the Ducks United, who are mounting some relentless pressure here on the Spartans FC. Only have one goal to show for the good via a penalty kick. We see some physical play between the number 5 player in Louisi, Young. Shot taken quickly. And Lynch putting that one in the touch for a throw-in. So taken. Finds Rouse, who was a little bit slow on that one and cleared there by the Spartans. Here is George. Find Rouse. Rouse back to George. George looks up and trying to send Walker and Lynch through, but Darius Lantern coming off his line, collects, clears to Young. Young to McIntyre. McIntyre to Ricketts. It's with McIntyre again, who cuts, beats number 15, beats another player there, but cleared into touch for a throw in there from George. Cleared. Well, it's as though it's ball came off of McIntyre, and it's going to be a throw-in to be taken by the number 5 player, Integral Louisi. Finds Walker, chested. And handball, Jonathan trying to shield. And that's been infringed there by the number 17 player, Jaheim Lynch. Here you see the kick taken quickly. Stuart Murray's on it, trying to get around the player there, but nicely boxed out there by the defender, and partially cleared, not too far away from the 18 yards back. And it's going to be a throw in there to the Ducks United. Here is Ricketts, finds Abraham, dribbles past 1, dribbles past 2. Still Abraham, and ball finds Gishard running on the far side. He beats the man, looks up, squares back, but finds the boot of the player there for Spartans, and a little bit of, sloppy clearance there from the Spartans defenders, and giving away another corner again. Not as alert and not as organized as they would like to be there. They certainly need to get themselves a little bit more composed there and just try to play each ball on its merit. But they have withstood the pressure so far. We are just nearing the 20th minute of play. It's still 1-0 from the penalty spot. The boot of Sylvanus James. Corner kick taken quickly and cleared partially. Stuart Murray finds Ricketts. Ricketts dribble pass one, going to his weaker side. Able to find someone in the middle. Here is a clearance partially cleared, only to find Abraham. He looks up and have a shot at goal, but blocked there to the traffic. Ball finds Stuart Murray. Stuart finds Donahue. Donahue fakes, and Abraham knocks all the way back to the Dumas, who finds Boyens. Boyens finds, and that's going to be an offside call from a pass there from Ricky, the player Sylvanus James, trying to at least run through and goal again, but was certainly in an offside position. The referee's assistant over there on the far right side in Benjamin certainly spotted that one. Here is George with a big kick forward, only to find the head of Boyne. A little bump there by the defender there on Abraham. But here is Ducks United again. They've been challenged quickly off the ball, just a little bit more though. Spartans trying to play a little bit more physical. But here is Murray. He's dribbling on his left foot. Murray trying to cut across, trying to find, it's that James again, but Louisi there trying to clear, just barely, just getting just maybe a toe poke, just a shoestring on that one, and the ball cleared into touch for another corner kick. So it's a corner kick taken by James. This time he goes a lot further wide, and Murray seems as though he would have picked up a knock. And giving it away, there was the Spartans FC, and this could be trouble. And that looks like it's an own goal. But it's a red card. A red card. I am not sure what happened there, but referee Rose given a red card. It appears as though the player stopped the ball with his hand from going into the goal. Certainly we'd like to look at the replay on that one. But it appears as though the red card was given to the player there, as we try to get the name of the player. And it's going to be another penalty kick again. It's obviously, it appears as though he would have stopped the ball from going into the back of the net, and hence been given a straight red card there. And it's going to be another penalty kick again to the Ducks United. A lot of gesticulation going on out there. The coach and Van Persie, Rouse is going over to talk to the referee's assistant, and not too sure what he's going to discuss, but he has given a red card already to the player, and it's going to be interesting to see whether or not what he discusses with his AR over there in Benjamin. In long discussion, the ball is being slotted in the penalty spot. We're seeing the goalkeeper in Brian coming towards his coach and possibly been given some instructions. And here we see referee Rouse heading back to the penalty spot area. And we'll wait to see whether the call is withheld. Yes, appears as though the call is going to be withheld for penalty. And appears that the number 12 player in Jonathan Guichard, who are just returning back from injury, will take this one. And so it is the number looks like the number, is that the number 8 player? Yes, number 8 player. Well, he says number 8, number and the penalty kick taken, and it's a goal, and the Duck Not too sure whether he's bruised according to his ego, but he's on the carpet for a brief moment. So, goal taken, penalty taken, and scored there by Jonathan Gishard for goal number 2. So probably the name is possibly a little bit on the paper, says Akimel Rogers, but Akimel Rogers is not on the field. He's actually wearing the number 8 shirt, the player who was sent off. And so the Spartans FC will certainly be playing the rest of the way with just 10 men. And it's going to be a long afternoon here for the Spartan team. Here is Luisi, and cut out there by Ricketts. And George, number 6, clearing. And I've been adjudged to have upended the on-Russian James. A little bit of questionable call there, because it appears as though the player was actually kicking the ball, whether the referee thought that his boot was too high, given the free kick there to the striker in Sylvanus James. And we've got McIntyre over it, as well as James. Usually from this distance, we usually see the midfielder in the number 16 player in Ricketts taking passes like these, but the two players, James and McIntyre, just over the ball. The wall has been pulled back to its required 10 yards. The wall is not set yet, and shot taken, quick kick taken quickly, but not well worked, and was able to block it was the Spartans FC. Here they are still trying to clear. Ball is with Miguel Abraham. He cuts but finds the boot of the number 15 player in that looks like Richardson. Throw taken quickly, and it's going to be an infringement. Spot there by Stuart Murray. Takes it quickly, but very poorly. And a shot coming from Ricketts, from the boot of Ricketts, going over the bar. And it's going to be a goal kick to the Spartans SC. So if you have just joined us, we want to say good afternoon to you again, and welcome to live coverage right here at the Raymond Z. Gishard Stadium. It's the Ducks United, the league leaders, taking on the Spartans FC. Here is Murray. Murray looks up, just trips over it a little bit. He looks up, finds Abrams, who dummies it, and there's a shot coming and goal from Ricketts, but cleared there by George. Into touch for it, throwing there for the Ducks United, who are seriously on the attack constantly. Here's it so taken quickly, and again the ball has been punted into touch for a throw into the Ducks United. Here's Gishard. Finds Ricketts. Ricketts trying to dribble past the player there in Victory, but not getting so. But again, Ducks United coming over with it. It's been chipped over and partially cleared. Gishard trying to get around the player. Louise doing very well, but clearing and finding Young. Young finds Dumas, finds number 7 McIntyre, and it's Miguel who just touches that one a little too soft. Not on his P's and Q's. Here is Rose dribbling, and that's certainly going to be an infringement there, and could possibly be a card as well, but referee Rose sees nothing wrong with that one. And was Rose dribbling well across field and upended there by Masimba Boyens. Notably out of the Ducks United defense as well is the man Steve Austin. That's Smiles. Here is free kick taken by Thomas George. Powerful shot and goal. And Darius Lanton could not, we dealt with it well in the end. Couldn't hold on to it. And realizing that it was struck very powerfully. And all he did was just helped it over the bar for a corner kick there to the Spartans FC. So good drive there from the youngster, number 6, Thomas George, bringing a save from Lanton and giving his team the first corner kick as well, of which he's just about to take. Corner kick taken quickly, heads going up, cleared there to Ricketts, who finds, is that Abraham? And here is the number 17 player there for Spartans FD. Lynch clears Rouse. Challenge there by Donahue. Donahue coming away with it. Trying to find Murray. Cut out there partially. Murray on the attack. Murray dribbling. But he's hounded and pushed off the ball there. Cleared there by the Spartans FC. And Donahue picks up. Finds Dumas. Dumas to the number 22, Andres Boyens in central defense. Almost making a meal of it there, but recovered there. Ball finds Ricky Young, who tries to find Sylvanus and put into touch by the number 5, the youngster there, Luisi, and really have his work cut out trying to mark the speedy and fleet-footed Sylvanus James. So all in all, I can say the Spartans, though they are 2 goals down, have weathered the storm somewhat, negated the attack where necessary. And I can say that Ducks United don't look as sharp and crisp as they probably would like. Here you see a pass, and player there certainly going to be offside is Abraham. Easy call there for Benjamin, the referee's assistant. Here is George. Big boot out. Only finds the head of Donahue, who heads, and an infringement there on the part of Stuart Murray, as he acknowledges. Here's the kick taken again. Miguel Walker, hounded there by Dumas. Here is the Ducks United trying to play from the back. Ricketts, McIntyre, 1-2 pass. Ricketts dribbling to his right side. He looks up, cuts back, chips over, and finds Gishard, who is certainly in an offside position again. So it appears as though the Spartans FC, they have just decided maybe we need to just push a little bit further forward and get out of our defensive area a bit more, and have the Ducks United players be thinking as well, not just giving them the opportunity to float through, not being offside and doing a pretty good job so far. Here is Thomas George, quickly taken to Lynch. George boots the ball upfield. Here is challenged there by Ricky, and he wisely shepherded that one. Well, apparently appeared to shepherd that one into touch, but was challenged and had to put it out for a throw-in. Throw taken, headed away. Rouse trying to get a boot on it, but Miguel just taking a little too long, but coming away with it. He finds Donahue. Donahue tries to find and does so, finds Sylvanus, who has shift further to his right side. He looks up, cuts across, and easy tap in there for goal number 3. Jonathan Gishard, right in the area there. Not Lynch, not running with the player there in Gishard, and it was Sylvanus James picking the ball up from a nice through pass from Donahue and just going further to the touchline and knocking it back for the on-rushing attacker there in Gishard, who had virtually the goalkeeper on the goal at his mercy, and coolly finished for goal number 3 and goal number 2 for Gishard as well, as we head into the 38th minute of play. 3-0 in favor of the Ducks United. Here we see Rouse. Well, Rouse still with it. Rouse still with it. Well, making a mess of it, really. Dribbling himself, and then just putting it into touch for a throw-in to the Ducks United. I must tell you that the Spartans, they are playing with 10 men, because one of the players was judged to have handled the ball and was sent off. You see his throw taken quickly, but the ball is with McIntyre. Finds Ricketts. Ricketts dribbling, cuts inside, looks up, tries to cut further to his left, but just a little heavy touch on it. Allowed George to at least clear for a throw-in. Taken by Young, controlled there by Abraham, who is hounded there by the number 15 player. Nice challenge there, nice tackle there by George. And it's going to be an infringement just on the edge of the box there. Gishard been fouled there by the number 17 player in Jaheim Lynch. Over the ball is number 10, Miguel Abrams, who for his standard is not really having the best of game this afternoon. Goal taken, goal kick taken, and that one sailing over the bar. Had that one been on target, I think the Mr. Bryan in goal would have had some trouble in keeping that one out, but it just a little too high sailed wide for a goal kick. Big boot done by George, played there by Young. Here is McIntyre, cuts back to his left, trying to find the player there, but partially cleared there. His Ricketts dribbles right, finds Abraham. Is that McIntyre? Sorry. And that it's going to be a goal kick there to, a corner kick to the Ducks United. certainly looking to score as many goals as possible, because it's a possibility that could play a big role in this year's championship. Here's a corner kick taken, heads going up after head of Masimba Boyens, but into touch for a goal kick. It's a goal kick taken only as far as Boyens, who finds it's that Sylvanus. He's wearing the number 8 shirt, actually. And Dumas passes all the way back to Lantern in goal, bobbles with it a little bit, plays back to the number 2 player there in Dumas, who finds Ricketts. Ricketts looks up, trying to find Gishard, but cut out there. Gishard just bundling the player. Here is Gishard. Heavy touch. Ducks coming there, and they might be in some trouble. But there was Brian coming after the heavy touch from the striker there in Jonathan Gishard. Saving well, but in doing so has found himself in a spot of bother, picking up a knock. And certainly the physio has been called on. He lays flat on his back, just to let you know that he is somewhat of a makeshift goalkeeper for the Spartans FC, who are without their first choice goalkeeper in Carty. And certainly wait and see whether he can continue, but certainly need to be making sure that he is available. It's 3-0 in the favor of Ducks United. The 2 goals coming from the penalty spot from the both of Jonathan Gishard and Sylvanus James. And Gishard increasing his tally this afternoon for tapping from a return pass from Sylvanus James, assisted by Sylvanus James, for 2 goals to the good for him, which increases his tally to 6th. And he has been out the previous 2 matches. He would have played in the first match for the start of the season for the Ducks United, missed the other 2. And in first match scoring some 4 goals, picking up 2 in this encounter, and certainly will feel happy that he inches a little further to the scoring Pachichi, as it's called, Golden Boot. Not missing any football. Some attention is being given to the Spartans goalkeeper there in Caden Bryan, who picked up a knock in an effort to thwart the onrushing attack of Jonathan Gishard, who had the ball all alone and running through, but just tapped it and touched it just a little heavier than he would have liked. And Brian wisely coming to clear, knowing that there is a bit of danger in such as well, because goalkeeping is certainly not for the faint of heart. They take the bumps and the bruises and try to keep their team in the game as often as can, and one tends to neglect the importance of the goalkeeper. And they are certainly just as important as any on-field player, because without a good goalkeeper, it certainly can spell trouble for any team. And I'm certainly sure that most teams will always feel much better when they have their first choice goalkeeper, when they have the goalkeeper in goal. And in my playing days, we could be playing with 9 men, but as long as I know I had a regular first choice goalkeeper, that always brings coverage. So quite a lengthy hold up here. Play would have stopped just about the 42nd minute of play. It's into the 47th minute so far, and the goalkeeper, Dan Bryan, is still on the carpet, so to speak. So we're certainly going to see quite a bit of injury time tacked on to this first half. And we do hope that the player there, it appears as though his knee has been heavily strapped. And knee has been heavily strapped, and I am certainly sure that I don't think he'll be able to continue based on just his body language, his movements. He's actually taking the gloves off, and yeah, he's certainly taking the gloves off, and certainly not going to be able to continue. He would have picked up a knock on the knee and is actually hobbling and has to be helped off the field, just walking gingerly. And so that's even more trouble for the Spartans United. They still got 45 at least, unofficially at least, maybe 48 more minutes to play in this encounter. And they're certainly in a spot of bother here. So it's going to be a very, very, very lengthy hold-up, because he's taking his time to at least walk off the field. And at the moment, I'm not seeing anyone who appears to be setting themselves to go in goal. See, the gloves has been given to, is that the number 21 player? And is that Lynch or Victory? Yes, Javon J. So Javon J. Lynch has been given the task to play in goal. It's probably maybe just a little about 4'9", 5 feet, probably. It's so tall. And certainly not a good sign at all. And we've seen where it's actually going to be Akimel Rogers, the number 8 player, Akimel Rogers. He was slated to be in the starting lineup, but he's actually going to enter the field for the injured Brian. Here we see ball given away and shot being taken. Sylvanus probably just testing the youngster as play continues. And it's going to be a goal kick taken quickly by Thomas George. Finds the player there who floats the ball over the top, trying to find Rose, headed away there by Dumas. Rose challenged there by Donahue, but Rose gets away with it. Cuts inside, a little heavy to touch. It's McIntyre. Finds Dumas, who stops and turns. Finds Abraham. 1-2 pass to McIntyre. It's with Ricketts now. Ricketts finding Abraham. McIntyre, ball ricochet from the referee, Trevor Rose. And here is Stuart Murray. And he is called and flagged for offside. Yeah, he's called and flagged for offside. And we are going to see that change now as we into added time from that long hold up. But it's Ducks United in the ascendancy. Here's Jonathan Gishard. Jonathan Gishard, and there's a shot and it's goal. Goal. Easy pickings for Gishard there. And certainly going to be a long afternoon here. The remainder of this match for the Spartans FC. You can see Miguel Walker there, just trying to point out some pointers and giving some direction. Maybe it would be good for him that he probably go in defensive midfield, something like that, or try to marshal the forces from the back, because they're seriously going to be in some serious trouble here with this Ducks United team. Remember, the Ducks United would have put 11 past the Eagles' claw in their first encounter. And certainly this is not looking good. And there goes the halftime whistle. At halftime, it's 4-0 in favor of the Ducks United. Jonathan Gishard picking up a hat-trick and pushing his tally of goal scoring in this year's tournament to 7. And the other goal coming from the boot of Sylvanus James. At halftime, it's the Ducks United playing the Spartans FC, who are playing 10 men, with 10 men after the red card of one of their players. 4 goals in favor of the Ducks United. Until about 10 minutes or so, we will take you back to Master Control when we bring you the second half. Well, welcome back and good evening once again to our first game for this afternoon. It's the Spartans FC playing in the purple and white against the league leaders, Ducks United, the green and white, as I welcome Millington, the voice of choice commentator right here in the booth for the second half of this encounter. Millie, welcome.
Thank you, Tony. And good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you are taking the commentaries around the world.
Yes, Spartans, I would say in a little spot of bother because at the moment they're playing with 10 men, makeshift goalkeeper. We've seen our fellow commentator, Caden Bryan, in his effort to assist picking up an injury there and had to be replaced in goal, and so they are a bit short-handed so far, down 4-0.
So being down, is it that they're down one man, a red card, Tony?
Yes, yes.
So 4 goals down and a man down. Can't be a good position at all to be in with 45 minutes of football to be played.
Yes, so we see the first attack there from the Ducks United. And goalkeeper clearing, not clearing us, getting the distance you'd like. Here is Miguel Walker. Pushes further to the right, and the player just virtually giving it away to Jonathan Gishard, who has already scored 3 goals in this match already, Millie.
Yes, secured only a hat trick and looking to send Ducks further ahead.
And in this year's tournament as well, goal difference can very well be the decider, in which we have seen some of these games being played out, and some of these teams, but still early days yet. You can never say how the table will stand at the end of the day. Here's an attack there, Sylvanus, and being taken out there, but referee Rose sees no problem with that one at all. And the ball been booted upfield only as far as Dumas, the number 2 player, who finds Abraham. Abraham trying to find Jonathan, but the defender, in effort to shepherd that one out, not the power he would have liked, and they cleared it into touch for a throw in there to the Ducks United FC.
So we are waiting the stats. So on the 17th, Tony, today we had some 3 games. You know the score line for 2. Not sure how the Western Easterners game would have concluded. You know, or earlier in the day when I was there, it was 2-0 in favor of the Easterners.
All possibly. Here's a shot and goal. Jonathan Gishard increasing his tally there for goal number 4 for him, and goal number 5 for the Ducks United. Goal coming in the 48th minute of play, and it's certainly going to be a very, very long afternoon here for the Spartans FC. Maybe they should probably just try to pack it in a little bit, try to at least limit the amount of goals that they will prevent from going into the back of their net. But it's going to be a hard task, Millie. And you mentioned about the under-17s. The Spartans, they may have had a little hangover because they won out on the team that saw them losing about a couple weeks ago, beating the Roaring Lions 1-0 and virtually locking up the under-17 title, so to speak. But still 2 games to go.
Indeed, and so, with the ball being wrong, you just never know. The Roaring Lions would have defeated the Spartans in the first round. And so the Roaring Lions would have thought that having beaten them in the first round, that they would have had the upper hand. It wasn't to be so, as we see Johnny on the attack again.
Yes, and he makes a meal of it. Ball cleared. Donahue trying to recover, but putting that one into touch. I thought Jonathan, maybe trying to be not as selfish as a goal scorer normally is, trying to play the player in, but was not on the same page, and the defenders there for the Spartans was able to clear. Here is Rose finding Akimel. Trying to find Rose, but only passes to Boyne, who finds Ricketts. Ricketts speedily moving forward. The ball cleared partially and partially blocked and had to be cleared again. Men and bodies going all over the place there as Jonathan Gishard, the bally, robust, physical Jonathan Gishard, rushing to the two diminutive player there in Louisi and George, and they're coming away second best, yeah. And so it's going to be a goal kick though. But I must say that the Spartans are still trying to play, and not sure how strong their bench is at the moment, but they're still trying to mount a fight here whatsoever. Here is Rose. Could have easily been called for an infringement. That is Rose. He's dribbling down the left side. Rose. He's confronted by Boyne, trying to cut inside, but Stewie coming out to clear. And a little bit of comic there. Ball
I think he was looking for a handball, but the ball hit in his hand. He was underground. It could never be. That's a ball to hand. That wasn't a handball at all.
Well, certainly, we have still to get a grips of some of the rule changes. Here is Gishard trying to find Sylvanus. A little bit of spin move there. The Zidane spin move, not getting past the player, and the ball is being put into touch for a corner kick, for the Ducks United again. On the charge, leading some 5-0, and are certainly looking to put in as many goals as possible here on the Spartans FC. The Spartans, they are in the 10th spot, haven't won a game yet. This will be their 3rd game of the season, and so far have lost the 2 games that they would have played before. Remember, they have a game in hand against the Diamonds FC, and while they were looking to see if they can get something out of this game, may have to look further forward. A shot on goal, but cleared. So you have a player down in the box, but play continues. As the Ducks United, they are not kicking the ball off. The Spartans, they are not kicking the ball off, but in a case like that, you would think that the Ducks would make sure that their players are okay, right?
Indeed. Yeah. Indeed. And if the Ducks had the ball, they didn't kick it off, why should I kick it off?
Certainly.
And so Spartans did the right thing.
Yeah, well, the player is down there. We're waiting to see
Medex has been called.
Who
Medex
that player is. And this is at times can be a real physical game.
Is it the captain?
It looks like, yes, looks like. No. See, McIntyre is walking away. So, is that doesn't look like Abraham's either.
It looks like Abraham. Indeed, it looks like Abraham, who is on the ground.
Yeah, it looks like it is. Looks like, because I'm looking at the players and I'm not seeing him nowhere here at all. So, yeah, it looked like Miguel, who has not been as sharp as we would have seen him in the previous 3 games. Look a little bit short on work himself for today. Yes, it's Miguel, who might have just picked up a knock and is just walking off gingerly there. Be giving some treatment there, and certainly sure he'll be looking to continue and will want to get on the score sheet as well. These Ducks United with a changed lineup. We've seen the persons in the player in the person of young Ricky, who's getting his first game for today as the corner kick been taken, but trying to square Ricketts in, not getting the ball to him, and the ball has been cleared for throwing there, Millie. So the Ducks have changed the lineup in just a bit.
It's Sam, who we come to know as a starter. We are seeing him on the bench as well. And I think the Spartans, being one of the lesser team in this tournament, without the likes of their main centre back in the person of Kivoy Lee. He has been out for a while. He probably may have played the first 2 games and has been out since. Several of their players are overseas, and there are a number of their players also who are out injured. And so they are really at a disadvantage.
Yes, and we see a substitute being made. Another Michael Ferguson entering for Masimba Bowens in central defense. The burly Michael Ferguson, who was carrying a niggle, and it appears as though he's over that now and been slotted in the central role. Here is Murray Rouse, diminutive Rouse, and it's going to be a throw-in to the Spartans FC.
One thing you know is that Rouse is never going to pull out of a challenge. He's never going to pull out of a challenge.
Yeah, he's throwing.
That's a tight call.
Yeah, so
that's a tight call.
Yeah,
probably unsighted there.
Fleming, the linesman, said throwing to Rouse. Well, this time, I don't think he'll get that one this time.
Not on this occasion. On this occasion, again, it's Ducks United. True.
Murray.
So, you see, Tony, we are at a very advantageous position. And so a number of times we will see stuff that we think would go one way or the other. And the AR, the referee, will see it another way. They are very much closer to the action. Sometimes they are unsighted by a player.
Certainly. Here is the Spartans trying to mount an attack. Poorly passed there by Rogers, but Young taking a little too long there.
Yes.
Almost losing it there. But see, Doc walks.
This man Smiles.
Yes, so Smiles is going to enter the field for, is that Murray? Stuart Murray? Yes, number 18 for the number 8, Stuart Murray. Michael. Donahue. Ricketts. Trying to find the player entering just now. Smiles with George. Playing a little bit nonchalant with it is George. Here you see the clearance partially cleared only as far as Ricketts. Finds Abraham, but he's going to lose out there to the, here's Rouse. Dribbling pass, Donahue. Donahue picks up. Smiles. Jackson for Spartans. Coming away with it. Beats a man. Trying to find, is that Lynch on the far end. Here's the throw coming through, but cleared there by the Spartans defense. So though they were playing with 10 men, Millie, they, for the most part in sports, that they, in incremental periods of like 5 to 8 minutes, they've been able to withstand the pressure a little bit. But then when a goal scores, like one comes after, and that is something that they'll certainly need to correct if they are to get out of this match with not conceding too many goals.
Indeed, it's one thing that I have noticed with the Spartans team. You know, even from their first game when they went down 4-1, I think it was against Uprising, they were playing very well. You know, they actually scored first and then it just seemed like the goal haven was open. You know, when they conceded, it's as if they just put their head down and allow 2 goals to score in quick succession, and then they were on the back burner.
Yes, here is Ducks United, cleared there by the Spartans FC defense. That one came all the way over to Rouse on this side. He plays back to the number 3 player, who finds that Miguel Walker, who actually as if he was kicking to the other goal, shot and goal, and that one almost ended up into the back of the net, but was really not a good pass there from Miguel.
It wasn't at all. You know, one of the things, when you look across the field, Tony, it is 10 versus 11, what we are seeing, but Spartans seem to be outnumbered by great numbers. You are hardly seeing the purple among the green and white. You know, when they get the ball to make runs on the wing, you can't find a player because they are sitting so deep in defense. And so it is difficult to get out of defense because every time Rose gets a break on the wing, there is no one to pass the ball to.
Well, yes, and certainly Miguel is suggesting that that bad pass was the cause of a pull hamstring, and he's been immediately taken out. You see the player there in number 3 trying to beat that Gishard, but winning it and putting it into touch for so in there. So just correcting his mistake. You will see Choke taken quickly, trying to gain an advantage, but referee Rose not going to have any of that at all.
No, he wasn't trying to gain an advantage because the disadvantage was a disadvantage. He just wanted to regain restart play very quickly.
Yes, and here we see trying to thread the needle there to James swiveling and swirling, still with James, but he's been hounded by 2 Spartans player and eventually losing the battle, but gaining a corner.
Yes, Jackson stubbornly decided, you aren't going to pass me. I could give you a corner, but you're not going to get into the penalty area. So far, so good. It's 5 goals to 0. Goals coming in the 10th. First goal coming from the boot of the man Sylvanus James. And then the 27th, 38th, 52nd, and on the 45th and the 48th minute, it was all the man himself, Gishard. Yes. Jonathan Gishard.
Yes, I'm certainly sure that he is close to the top of the scoring chain now with John from the Salsa Ballers. And here is Spartans. That one is going to go into touch for a throw-in, taken quickly by Donahue. Miguel Abrams dribbles and giving it away to Jackson, who returned the favor. Here is Rose. One there by Abraham. Abraham still trying to get around the defenders there for Spartans, but not allowing him to do so at all. Yes. And here is a throw taken quickly and an infringement there on the part of the player there for the Spartans FC, just outside of the area, the goalkeeping area of the Spartans FC, but more so on the strong foot there of the left booter there for Ricketts, who is over the ball at the moment, and whistle goes. What is it going to be? Here is a chip over, And going outside there is the player in Sylvanus James, not getting the connection. The ball rolls into touch for a goal kick. Kick taken quickly, but only as far as the Docks United player. Ricketts trying to thread the needle there to Sylvanus James, but cut out there by, that looks like George, and it's going to be a throw-in. As we see a substitute been had. It's going to be the captain, McIntyre, giving way to the young Murray, number 14, who's getting his first game for this year. Here's ball is all the way back to Dumas. Here is Abrahams trying to find the number 14 Murray, but cleared. Here is Ricky Young. And Donahue. Murray, number 14. Dribbles pass, Rose. Having a nice little shot and goal, but the goalkeeper is equal to the task. Collects, tosses it out to Thomas George, trying to get around Murray. Murray looks up, but he's been hounded there by two players and eventually winning a 2-milli.
Yes. Murray, who would have played in the under-17 game earlier today.
Yes, and I understood that that game ended in a 2-0 in favor. Oh, no.
Murray plays for Lions.
Murray plays for Lions?
Yes, Murray plays for Lions.
Well, Murray lost today. Murray lost 1-0. I know the Diamonds, they overcame and here is Sylvanus and the easy goal in the end.
Yes, very easy goal. Sylvanus beating the goalkeeper at close range at near post. And it's 6 goals, so 6-0. Yes. 6-0. Sylvanus James is second.
Yes, Sylvanus James getting his second goal. We still...
There is going to be another substitution for Spartans.
We still have some 24 minutes into this match.
Oh, no.
Barring plus an additional time. I think the Spartans will certainly say, well, this is a really hard day at the office. Here's Donahue, finds Ricketts. Ricketts putting through Sylvanus again. He's speedy. Sylvanus, and easy goal again. Goal, as they would say. Bulges the old onion bag. It's 7-0. Sylvanus scoring 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes, you can say, and has taken his tally for the evening to 3 milli.
Yes, the back line again, as I was saying, they were playing very low. Now they're playing very high. Sylvanus, you can't. I have not seen anyone in that back line that has the speed of Sylvanus James, and he proved them that today. He went down there like a bullet. They had no chance. The goalkeeper came, but the goalkeeper also had no chance. And Sylvanus putting it to the back of his net, and it's goal number 7.
Goal number 7. It's going to be some serious defending here for the Spartans FC for the remainder of this 22 minutes and whatever added time we have remaining in this match. here this evening. Here is Sylvanus again. Here is Sylvanus again. And it's goal to Jonathan
Easy tapping by
Gishard.
Jonathan Gishard.
I don't think Johnny will be getting any easier goal than what he would have gotten so far for this season. He would have put 4 past the Eagles' claw and now 5 past the Spartans to at least go to the top of the goal scoring chain with 9 goals from 2 matches. He is just coming back from injury, and 9 goals from 2 matches, and even more trouble because Thomas George, who is one of the premier defenders for the Spartans FC, has just left the field. And well, what can I say?
I think that Rouse himself, number 14, has had a day. His coach is asking him to go into a right back or left back position. Here is Sylvanus again. He's through. Sylvanus is through. The goalkeeper is coming and clears momentarily. Can Jackson clear this one?
It's Gishard again. Gishard again. Goal again. Too easy. Certainly too easy. Wow. This can get real messy. This is going to get real messy. 9-0, and we still got another 19 minutes to go, and whatever added time that is allotted to close this game. 9-0. Jonathan Gishard, goal number 6 for the evening, and it will be interesting to find out what has been the highest tally of goals scored by a player in any single match, Millie.
Well, it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting. We'll have to check our stats guru.
See the ball played wide, but picked up there by Young, who finds Dumas. Dumas finds, that looks like Smiles. Abraham. Back to Smiles, who comes further to the left to Donahue. His Ricketts, who has turned provider this evening. There's a shot and goal, but the keeper get any part of that? Doesn't appear so. And it's going to be a goal kick. As we see more players warming up there. The man Felix there. And another youngster there.
I must correct myself, Tony. I would have said earlier, it is the man, Jermaine Murray, who would have played for Ducks. That's the youngster there that played for the Lions earlier today. That was warming up there. And he played very well, a very stubborn.
He plays in defense.
Malachi Gums.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Well, Ricketts, who is providing this afternoon, not really looking to get on the score sheet. Murray been robbed there. Here is Jackson trying to play his way out, but giving away a goal kick. Here is Ricketts. Austin. Ricky trying to run onto the ball, but is met there by the defender. And it's going to be a throw-in for Ducks United. 74th minute of play.
And below us, Tony, we are seeing Lions FC. To our right, they have already started their warm-up drills. And to our left, Diamond FC. That's a prime-time game. Diamonds, they will be coming up against, the Diamond FC will be coming up against the Rowan Lions FC.
That should be a good game tonight, Millington.
Indeed.
And that's our featured match for this evening. But it's at the moment, it's Ducks United. Cars coming in, heads going up, goalkeeper trying to clear and eventually collecting and at least save the day for his team. Tosses it out to Akimel Rogers, who miscontrols. The ball goes into touch for a throw-in. And
9 goals to nil. 9 goals to nil in favor of Ducks United. The tournament leaders thus far.
Yes. And certainly going to be pushing themselves further in the lead because they are going to. I don't think that I would be faulted for saying that they're going to pick up 3 points from this match, because I don't think I would see it's going to be a miracle from God sent, a miraculous transformation of the Spartans players for them to come back in the time that's allotted in this game from this 9 goals to nil. And so Ducks, they are certainly going to be moving their way to not only 12 points, but a hefty goal advantage as well.
Indeed. Oh, that almost been an own
goal.
goal.
Yes. Nicely kept out there by the young man there, the goalkeeper. And shot coming in, going wide. Yes, they are certainly going to go 11 goals to the good after this match. So doing it and doing it.
Work for the Rowan Lions FC.
Yes. Passed and cleared. It's going to be a corner kick. Certainly show that the Spartans FC is saying, well, can't wait for these 14 minutes to elapse, because it's been a long day at the office for them tonight, having not been able to field their first choice goalkeeper, and in the process of trying to help where that is concerned, losing a makeshift goalkeeper as well, and not only that, losing a man and playing with 10 men for almost the entire game, so to speak. So it's Ferguson. Finds Abraham. Ferguson again. Well, giving it away there. And he's way out of position, but Dumas covering, helping nicely. Here is Donahue. Abraham trying to turn provider. Here is a shot and goal, and all that's a questionable call there, but the linesman is in a better position, and is also offside.
If the first ball that was played through was played to him, then he was onside. But the fact that the ball came from Jonathan, he found them in an offside position.
Offside, yes. So the man on the spot in Fleming, the AR, and so taken, and bounces out, not touching anyone. Here is wickets. Finding Miguel Abraham. Miguel Abraham dribbles, shouts and goal, but that one is not going to trouble the keeper. Jonathan was probably saying, can I get goal number 6?
Looking for goal number 7.
Yeah, goal number 7. Goal kick taken, only as far as the Ducks United player. Here is the young Murray. Dribbles down the right side, but weak cross, partially cleared. Ball is with Ricketts again, who finds Abraham. Abraham returns the favor. Ricketts dribbles, cut back, finds Murray. Murray crosses
And scores.
he scores. Murray crosses and scores, and the goalkeeper with his hands akimbo, wondering what has happened. And you can hear the crowd, the supporters for the Ducks United, just clapping the gentleman as he would have scored, I'm certainly sure, his first goal in the big tournament, Millie.
Yes, isn't that the son of
Stuart
Murray?
Murray,
Of Stuart
yes,
Murray,
yes.
yes. So Murray, in the 80th minute of play, it's the man Murray, Jermaine Murray, who makes it 10 goals to 0.
Well, I'm certainly sure he can say to his dad tonight, you didn't get on the score sheet, but I sure did bulge the whole onion bag for a goal for this season. So 10 goals to 0. We still got 10 minutes to play. Here is the Ducks United again. James Sylvanus cutting and crossing, but crossing too hard and into touch for a goal kick there to the Spartans FC.
Yes. 10 goals to 0. 10 goals to 0 your score line. There is going to be another substitution.
A
shot and goal.
The goalkeeper equal to the task. Well, they're all queuing up Millington.
And that's 2 shots have been blocked so far. And a goal kick. Shot coming in from Jonathan Gayshard was blocked. One from Moore was blocked. There is going to be a substitution, and it's going to be the man Gums.
Ringing the changes.
15, Malachi Gums, who is going to make his way on, and the man who is going to give way is going to be Miguel Abraham.
Yes, all queuing up there, and Coach Ben is saying, well, I think I've seen enough. Let me get my players out. He's taken out McIntyre. He has taken out Abrahams. He has taken out Murray. But the talismanic man in Ricketts is still there. Taken out big bally defender in Simba. Here is Michael. Finds the goal scorer Murray. Who finds Ricketts. Here is Jonathan Gishard. Trying to get goal number 4. So, okay. Crossing to... Is that Sylvanus there? Yes. I thought he would have done better with that one. Quite annoyed with himself. There's the saying, what did I do playing that one on the outside? You see a poor clearance there.
This one is given straight back on an opportunity to go 11 goals, and Sylvanus hits it wide.
Sylvanus was to say, okay, well, you know, it's getting too easy. It's getting too easy. Someone needs to kick the ball out for the Spartans FC.
And Thomas, the man who was doing that duty, he has been relieved.
You see the speedy Sylvanus. Fine smiles. And well blocked there by the goalkeeper. Well saved there by the young man. The onslaught still able to save that goal. Here is a shot coming through from Malachi. And that's Jackson clearing eerily. And still in danger is the Spartans FC.
And you would have expected, a more
they're just playing it down to find Sylvanus. Sylvanus shifts past one, but cleared. Here is Spartans FC trying to come away with it. And they have got some space, but not the men in front. And right back to Dumas there for Ducks United. And here is Felix getting his first kick, but almost giving it away. Recovered there by Donahue. Donahue finds Ricketts. Ricketts dribbles further upfield. He looks up and goes to his left. And there's a shot and it's goal. That's goal. Millie.
You cannot, I'm seeing the defense, they're blaming the goalkeeper, but the likes of Jackson, they're just liming in defense.
I don't know.
There's absolutely no pressure. When it comes to, you cannot allow a man like Ricketts, that acres of space and time to have a shot off. Once Ricketts get a shot off from that distance, 90% of the time, he's going to find the back of the net.
He would like to ask Jackson what is he saying to the goalkeeper, because the power of the shot, the clear, true path to goal that Ricketts had, you can only blame the defenders for that. Here is the Spartans trying to play from the back, trailing by some 11 goals to nil. With about 4 minutes and whatever added time to go. Certainly sure that referee Rouse would say, well, I think I should just take this team out of their misery this evening, as opposed to be adding on any added time, but we'll wait and see.
Good shot. Ricketts. Dribbles his way out of trouble. Ricketts. Sylvanus James. Back to Ricketts. Ricketts looks up. Long searching ball. Over to young Murray. Ricketts. Looking for Murray. Finds Murray. Looking to tread that one through to Gishard. Was unable to find him, but it's given right back to Ricketts. Donahue. Ricketts. Long searching ball. Can't find Smiles. Back to Ricketts. Donahue. Ricketts. Ferguson. Felix. Smiles, looking back for Felix. Spartans is going to come over with the ball. Dispossess. Gums. Smiles. Ferguson. It's all Ducks United. 11 goals to nil in the 87th minute of play. Ferguson. Ricketts. Ricketts with the ball. And a shot on goal, it's goal. It's goal, it's a goal for the man Sylvanus James. In the 88th minute of play, Sylvanus James has done it again for Ducks United.
Well, Sylvanus James has done it and has increased his tally. 4 goals to the good as well. And I'm certainly sure he too is up the leaderboard, because I think he would have had something like 3 goals at the start of this evening, and so would have gone to 7 to be equal with John. And they're just rocking the numbers up, the goal numbers up here. 3 minutes more, 2.5 to go, and it's 12 goals to nil. Spartans just trying probably say, well, okay, when are we going to be out of this long, hard day here where, look at Rouse over here to us, number 14. His compatriot there, number 14 player, is in front of him. He's not even close to the player. Murray is trying to dribble through. The ball is being cleared to Ricketts, who just finds that Gums. Comes all the way back to Donahue. Smiles. Well, Sylvanus. Well, you would have scored a good goal, but this one was, I guess, too easy. And he put it way over the bar, way over the bar. But he was nicely teed up there and had a goal and the goalkeeper at his mercy. And he just couldn't put it on target, Millie.
Yes, I had an opportunity to seal the deal and to make it 2 for him and 13 for Ducks United. Was unable to do so. A shot coming in the by Ricketts going wide. That could very well be the final kick. We will see final opportunity as the whistle is in the mouth of the referee as the clock ticks over. Gishard. Gishard shoots wide. Goal kick. In the final 10 seconds of this game, referee House is not going to allow 1 second over the time after this kick is taken. Looks at his watch, sees the time has ticked over. 90 minutes. And Rose blows the whistle and says, I've seen enough.
Yes.
I have seen enough. It's 12 goals to nil. 12 goals to nil in favor of Ducks United. A mauling of the Spartans FC. And at the end of this one, the first game of this evening, it is Spartans going down 12 goals to nil to the tournament leader, Ducks United.
12 goals to nil, the Ducks United. 11 goals to nil versus the Eagles Claw. They have been really scoring the goals in numbers here and can only do themselves well. But all in all, certainly show that as the Spartans team walks dejectedly off the field and say, well, okay, it was a very, very long, hard day at the office, and we are happy that it is over. Millie, your final thoughts before we take it back to Master Control as we wait for a featured match for this evening. It's the Diamonds FC versus the Roaring Lions.
Yes, it is. It has really been a goal fest since the tournament has commenced. 2022, Tony, we are close to the 100 mark. I can tell you, so far we are close to the 100 mark, and this is just the 4th weekend, and match somewhere around number 18, and it has really been a feast of goals for the 2022 male senior tournament. So it was a pleasure bringing you the coverage as it unfolded before our faces right here at the Raymond Geisha Technical Center, and that's only one game. The primetime game is coming up. It's the Roaring Lions. They will be coming up against
the Diamonds FC, and we want you to get your refreshments, maybe get some popcorn, get some tea, some biscuits, whatever refreshments you would want to have, but we will bring you a mouth-watering encounter at the bottom of the hour, that is, for this evening's nightcap as we round out week 4 of the Angular Male Senior League for 2022.
Yes, indeed.